you, sir. On head number 5, program 1, activity 1, sec 6. I am proposing that we increase the Turani Kora allowance by 2 times to 2,988,000. So that's a motion which I'm moving. Vinaka.
The duplication. No, Honorable Gavoka is moving that too, isn't he?
Is there a seconder? Is there a seconder?
Second.
Right. I want to hear it. You have the floor, Honorable Trishaw.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. This issue has been raised various times at the provincial councils and also by the Turani Kora themselves in terms of the increased role they are playing. In the past, they played a more passive role, but now they are very active, and a lot more responsibilities is placed on them from the Ministry of Tauke Affairs and the provincial council in terms of not only monitoring and also general management in the villages, but also reporting. The reporting requirements has increased, and this has placed a load on them. In fact, it seems to have become a more full-time role now. Probably in the future it needs to be assessed and formalized in order to adequately recognize this position of Turani Kora. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak on this motion?
Yeah.
Honorable Ngavoka, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. I will withdraw my motion, but I'd like to speak on this one, Chair, if I may.
You may.
Chair, I agree totally with the motion to increase the allowance for the Turani Kora. I ask for more. Chair, are really people who are up on a 24/7 basis looking after the affairs of the villages. Their work is quite challenging, and if properly resourced and remunerated, they can uplift the standard in the villages. And in many areas, the supervision of the fishing, any business activities like farming, we are not fully utilizing them, Honorable Chair. I believe if they are given capacity, if they are trained properly and properly paid, they can be more effective at the village level. There's about, what I hear from government now is that there's about 1,263 villages across the country, 1263. And these are people who are economic units. I live in my village quite almost part of my life, and I see a lot of programs from the agencies carrying out training programs, awareness programs, and the like in the villages. But as soon as they depart, things fall apart. There's no follow-through. NGOs and the like do a lot of work in the villages. There's no follow-through, and life goes back to normal, and the quality of life in the village continues to be to deteriorate in many ways. So our party will be looking at upgrading the governance in the village and to strengthen the position of Turani Kora. Hence the request that they are properly remunerated and given all the support to be virtually like CEOs in a unit that is that in many ways can help the economy of the villages, in addition to the social and traditional responsibilities that they look after today. That, Honorable Speaker, is other views of the party, that we look after the Turani Koros as they are in charge of a huge segments of our population. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Kurundrani, you have the floor.
Yeah, sir, just in support of the motion in the House, right now, most of the civil servants that are coming to the villages don't bring their sebu-sebu. They said that they don't have allocations for this traditional customary duty. And it's the Turangani Koro that run around in the village collecting money to present this, mostly to present these civil servants to look good in coming to the village, in the community.
That's not
hall.
true. That's
Hey,
not true.
I stay in the village, sir.
That's not true.
That's it.
When we went to your village, we brought down civil service.
Yes, I said most of the civil servants are coming now.
Order.
Sir, if I could just help clarify.
Order.
Oh, Honorable Rasova wants to go before me, sir. Kandavu before Nandronga.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Honorable Keyum. In regard to the Turani Koro, I think it varies everywhere, but then I support the motion by Honorable Tisawau in regard to the doubling of their allowances. The allowances is about, 400 every fortnight? Quarterly, sorry. But given that in our village, we don't have a Valley Nivonua. It's all been damaged by the hurricane. So the Turani Koro does almost everything. He feeds them and he houses them. These are on almost all the ministries: the health, fisheries, agriculture, Ministry of Health, and the police. Almost all the figures over here you should, Mr. Speaker. I support the increase of the Turani Koros all over Fiji.
Thank you. Honorable Tisawau, you have
Sir, I was going to.
your right of reply.
Sir, I was going to make a comment, if you don't mind, sir.
You have the floor.
Sir, just for the members' information, the Turangani Koros were paid $75 prior to 2016, and we increased it to $100 a month. And we do have budget for civil service, Honorable Kurundrani. So we increased the allowances for the Turangani Koros from $75 to $100. The district advisory councils never used to get paid. They also now get paid also. They also provide a service together with Turangani Koros. We're trying to get them all to work together too. So the increment was made in 2016. Of course, Mr. Speaker, sir, in time to come, when we get a lot more fiscal flexibility, we'll be able to increase those allowances for all those such people. In the same way, sir, that we increased the allowances for $50 a month, from $50 a month to $200 a month for the